So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the JeffMan316 Pop Culture Reporter channel. I'm your host, as always, JeffMan316. That's me on the sign, because JeffMan316 Live is where we go live, usually Sunday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern. Watch along the movie, talk about pop culture, movies, physical media, talk about replacement discs. Yeah, I don't usually do an updated video that's close behind one that I just did, but I did a replacement disc video, and so a couple of comments came up. One was, when did I pre-record it? And of course, almost all my stuff's pre-recorded. This time it was done a little bit in advance because I was going to be out of town for a week. So I edited all my videos ahead of time and posted them. But secondly, a lot of people were talking about that one of the replacement discs I mentioned, they actually started getting in the mail. Now, I'm going to just do a follow-up to that so people know to look out for it if they don't have it. And I also mentioned two other ones that I'd forgotten about in the past that I wanted to talk about. The first one is one of the ones that was pretty recent. I got an envelope that was in the mail after I got back from my trip that said it was from the VDC Group Trading Limited from London. So customs declaration form came in. It says it's a Blu-ray disc. They total valued it 63 cents. I was trying to see if it was a date. Oh, sender's signature and date, February 17th. So I got it sometime during the last couple of days. So it looked like it did take a couple weeks to get to me. I got it on March 6th, and they held it. So from February 17th to March 6th. So, and what is it? It's the one you guys told me to watch out for. It is the Blair Witch Project Disc 1 that fixed the issues with it. So I did get my Blair Witch. So that's kind of cool. So yeah, that was the one you guys were like, oh, did you record this ahead of time? And like I said, I did. But there was another one that somebody reminded me of that was recently. And the whole point of this is, I think we as a physical media community need to talk to these retailers and say, you need to do a better job of communicating. Now, the Blair Witch one, they did tell us what we were supposed to do as far as getting a replacement disc, but I don't remember getting an email saying it was on the way. So that's a little bit wonky there, of having to rely on you guys to tell me you got yours. So it was probably first come, first serve. Speaking of communication, I had an issue. I mentioned this on my my unboxing of this. Looking for Mr. Goodbar, had a replacement disc, and then I ended up not being notified when I was going to get it. And randomly, I did my last Vinegar Syndrome order, and when I opened up the box, this disc here was laying on the top of the box. So it was the replacement disc for the 4K disc. I think there was a problem with Dolby Vision, I'm pretty sure. So that's an instance of, you got a replacement disc, and they did very poor communication. So I'll give the second site pretty decent communication. Here's one back in the day that reminded me of you. Well, I'm not going to rehash it, but go back and watch my replacement disc video I did last week. And that horror story that I had about the Rocky replacements, I had a similar one with this one. This is one of the most famous ones recently that I forgot to mention. You remember the Friday the 13th box set from Scream Factory? And they did come out later and say that they had replacement discs for 3 movies. You got replacement discs for Friday the 13th, Part 3. The unrated version of Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday. And then Jason X. Now, I don't think either one of these were huge replacements. I think it was just little minor things in there, but it was enough to piss people off. So now they immediately told you about the replacement plan. Now what happened was, on this one, the reason it pissed me off a little bit was I didn't get my disc when other people were getting them. And when I contacted them, they told me they had been shipped. And I waited like another month. And then everybody else was still getting theirs. And then I heard it die down where people weren't getting them. And I still didn't have mine. So I contacted them again. I raised a pretty big stink and told them, hey, I paid a lot for this, blah, blah, blah. You need to do a better job. And they sent me out another set of discs. And then I ended up getting those discs in this little mailer that was inside a bubble envelope. And then I think it was like about 3 or 4 weeks later, I ended up getting another set. So I've got one that's actually in my cases, and I've got these that I never put in there. So I think people still buy those. So I was just kind of holding on to them to see if they ever had any value. My guess is they'll eventually release all these movies. Obviously, Arrow will release some of them, and then they won't have any value whatsoever. So I guess I should have sold them, but it's not all about that. But I was going to let you know that replacement programs like that's the main thing that I think we as collectors, we need to come together on and tell them they need to do a better job. So the last one, I wanted to give you an update, and this isn't official, so don't go out there and act like that you officially hearing this directly from the company. But one of you has chatted with me on social media, like JeffMan316. I chat with a lot of you guys on my Instagram Messenger. Told me that you had been chatting with Arrow Video about the sale, and that they have not right now acknowledged that they're going to be some type of replacement, which we all know it needs to be, because you got frames or actually a whole segment, being looped in there with different audio. So they know they need to do a replacement of that. So nothing official has come out, but one of you guys chatted with them about it, and they ended up taking your information and saying that when it is, then that they'll let you know. So to me, why would they take information if they weren't planning on doing a replacement? So your 4K copies of the cell could end up getting a replacement soon. They told me, and I'll tell you what I did after they told me this, is just go to the Facebook page of Arrow Video, the US one, and make a comment on there and chat with them. Like I message them, I guess, and let them know that you're angry about the sale, you want a replacement disc, and then give them your information. So I've already done that, so you guys need to do it as well. And that was another reason I wanted to go ahead and put this video out there. So it's still like every day you're having to deal with this. So Arrow Video seems to be the main culprit, but we had Vinegar Syndrome with that Paramount disc. We've had Scream Factory. We got Second Sight. So if you haven't bought that Second Sight set of the Blair Witch because you didn't like the fact you had to do the replacement disc, there's no fear. It looks like retailers are going to be getting the set with the replacement disc included. I know Diabolic DVD, I think, was selling the set last week while I was in Puerto Rico on their site, and it had the replacement disc with it. Now I think that's been sold out since then, but that just shows me I think the other ones are going to end up getting it. And it looks like when retailers get the new releases of it, it's going to include the replacement disc. So if you didn't buy that, never fear, you'll be able to get it soon with the replacement disc and not have to go through the shenanigans that I did. So are there any other major releases that we haven't talked about in these replacement disc videos? So hopefully you got those little news nuggets at the end that'll help you out. Put in the comments down below if you know of any others. And while you're down there, hit the like button, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all the normal YouTube stuff. I appreciate all you guys, and I love being able to chat with you guys. So hit me up on social media, JeffMan316 on Instagram, and I'll chat with you, and you can let me know anytime. I appreciate the news that you guys give me, and I'll report anything here that I think is important. If you aren't a subscriber, what are you waiting for? Subscribe, and then hit the notification bell. Once you are a subscriber, you'll know when I post new videos like this, like update videos. So I really appreciate the support, and until next time, boys and girls, this has been JeffMan316. As always, I'm your pop culture reporter. I'm signing out saying you guys be safe out there.